Welcome to Mr. Magazine, the home of emotion, mystery, and stories that touch the very soul of fame. Before we begin today's extraordinary tale, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you truly wish to support us, click the Join button to become part of our exclusive community. Now, let's dive into a moment that blurred the line between love and farewell, between art and real life. The unforgettable scene between Afra Saraçoğlu and Mert Ramazan Demir that left millions speechless. It began as a quiet, private gesture, the kind of intimate scene that belongs to the unspoken realm of two people's hearts. Yet within hours, it became a storm. A simple haircut, a trembling hand, and an ocean of tears transformed into one of the most haunting images of the year. The video, leaked to social media by what many believe was a member of the film crew, captured Afra Saraçoğlu, fragile, pale, yet determined, standing behind Mert Ramazan Demir, razor in hand. Her hand shook. Her lips quivered. The silence between them screamed louder than words. As Mert sat motionless, his calmness revealed not peace, but acceptance. His eyes, glistening with unshed tears, told a story of release, and of an ending that neither wanted to speak aloud. Viewers across the world froze as Afra began shaving his head. Each lock of hair that fell to the floor seemed to carry a memory, laughter on set, whispered arguments, quiet reconciliation. What might have been a simple act of change turned into a visual poem of heartbreak and rebirth. No one knows for certain what pushed them to that moment. The theories are endless. Some claim it was the climax of a personal ritual, a symbolic cleansing after a period of emotional exhaustion. Others insist it was an act of love, Afra's way of helping Mert let go of his pain, or perhaps of saying goodbye without words. Friends close to the couple whisper that weeks of tension had consumed them. The once dazzling pair, whose chemistry in Sapkin had captured the hearts of millions, were said to be struggling with the unbearable pressure of public attention. Afra, sensitive and introspective, had reportedly been worn down by endless speculation, harsh gossip, and the heavy expectation to always be perfect. Mert, introspective yet reserved, had reached his own breaking point, determined to shed not only his hair but an entire chapter of his life. And so, in a moment that was meant to stay between two souls, she asked to be the one to perform the act, to guide the razor, to face the pain, and to seal their shared story in silence. What happened next was supposed to remain private. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. "You're freer this way," she whispered, a line that many online lip readers swore they heard. Whether she truly said it or not hardly mattered. The symbolism was universal: freedom through loss, peace through surrender. Social media exploded. One fan wrote, "Afra didn't cut his hair, she cut away the weight of his past." That single sentence gathered more than 150,000 likes and was shared across continents. People cried, debated, and analyzed. Was this a breakup or a rebirth? Was it the end of their love, or the proof that love sometimes means letting go? Mainstream Turkish outlets were quick to dissect the story. Hurriyet called it a love that ends, but does not die. Posta described it as the most intimate goodbye of the year. Television panels turned the video into a national conversation. Some journalists argued that Afra's tears were the final echo of a love that still lingered, others said she was freeing herself from something too heavy to carry. But there was one consensus: her raw emotion was genuine, and it had touched even the coldest hearts. Meanwhile, Mr. Magazine received thousands of comments from viewers expressing admiration and compassion for both stars. People wrote that they hadn't cried over a celebrity story in years, until this one. And as you're watching this now, we'd love to know, what did you feel when you saw Afra's tears? Do you believe in symbolic gestures like this, Or do you think love should end without such dramatic goodbyes? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive into the emotional world of Turkish cinema and celebrity life. Afra, however, broke her silence 2 days later with an Instagram post that read like poetry. Sometimes when you cut something, you don't destroy, you start again. Some goodbyes are also a form of love. Those words resonated across the internet. They weren't the confession of a scandal but the reflection of a heart that had loved deeply and matured through pain. Within minutes, her post surpassed 2 million likes and was flooded with messages of empathy. Fellow actors, fans, and even international media figures praised her vulnerability, a rare quality in an industry built on perfection. In Turkish culture, the act of cutting hair carries deep spiritual and emotional significance. It can symbolize mourning, purification, or the beginning of a new journey. Psychologists and cultural commentators quickly joined the discussion. Dr. Serkan Aydin, a media psychologist, explained that when one person cuts another's hair during a moment of vulnerability, it represents shared catharsis, a release of collective pain. Afra and Moat, in that quiet yet powerful moment, became symbols of human fragility. They reminded the world that even the most glamorous lives are lived in shades of heartbreak and healing. Their gesture went beyond aesthetics, it became an artistic metaphor, a portrait of transformation through tenderness. Latin American fans flooded Twitter with emotional tributes. The Brazilian hashtag #AfraYMLibras became a top trend, filled with messages about healing, letting go, and starting anew. Afra showed that love can hurt without being cruel, wrote one Argentinian fan. Even in Europe, cultural commentators analyzed the moment as a modern love ritual, the merging of celebrity spectacle and ancient emotional symbolism. Weeks have passed since the video surfaced, and still, no one knows whether this was truly a farewell or a rebirth. Those close to the couple say they've chosen distance, not out of resentment, but out of self-preservation. They are said to remain in quiet contact, bound by a connection that outlived the public chaos surrounding them. They don't hate each other, a production team member shared. They simply learn to exist apart, still kind, still connected, but free. Perhaps that's the real lesson behind this haunting image, that love, in its truest form, doesn't always demand possession. Sometimes it exists purely in understanding, in letting go, in shaving away the weight of what once was. And now, as the echoes of that viral moment begin to fade, we are left with questions rather than answers. Was it a breakup, a ritual, a performance, or something deeper, something sacred? Maybe it was all of them. Maybe it was none. One thing remains certain: the sight of Afra's trembling hands, Moat's calm surrender, and the shared silence that followed has etched itself into the collective memory of a nation. It was not merely a celebrity scandal, but a reminder that love, no matter how public, remains painfully human. Before we close, if this story moved you, if you believe that love can still be poetic, raw, and imperfect, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Mr. Magazine, and click the "To Join" button to support our growing community of emotion seekers. Share your thoughts below. Do you think Afra and Moat will find their way back to each other? Or is this the beautiful, bittersweet end of a story that had already said all it needed to say? Thank you for watching Mr. Magazine, where every emotion finds its voice. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and never stop believing in the power of real stories.